America's fastest growing cable news network is News Nation.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us here still on NBC 23. Now I am joined by Olivia Sines. She is the clinical director for Blue Sprig Harlingen. And oh my goodness, we are keeping up with the Halloween themes. We're excited for the holiday coming up. But you're here to tell us about a little something that we should be aware of this season, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. And so sensory-friendly considerations, why that might be important is that children with autism, individuals with autism, they may be interested in celebrating also, or their families may want to encourage that type of celebration, but it can be extremely difficult given those sensory issues that they experience. So by taking those into consideration and maybe making modifications to how we choose to celebrate, we can all of a sudden include them and they can enjoy their experience.
Yeah, I love that so much because you're right. It's maybe something that not all of us may be aware of or even think about. And so now that we can kind of know about this, we'll have it on our radar and there's stuff that we can do to make sure everyone feels included. So what tips do you have for our community, you know, whenever they're trying to engage in a sensory-friendly Halloween?
So I think there's a couple considerations just related to that moment when you might be in your preparations. Do you know a child with autism? If you do, I would reach out to that child or that child's family and ask, what is it that this child does not like? Then don't include that. If they don't like loud noises, having those types of things that pop out and shriek would not be the best home decor at the time you invite that child over.
Halloween music.
If they might be very particular about what they eat, that this child only eats pizza and, you know, Lay's potato chips. They don't have anything else in their diet. Trick-or-treating and giving them candy might not be fun. So maybe putting slinky toys and just bubbles in when you're trick-or-treating with that child. So knowing the child can, you know, just be huge. But if you don't know the child, I would just take into consideration that loud noises, you know, just having a variety in what you're offering to the kiddos when they're trick-or-treating, not requiring them to say trick-or-treat in order to get something from you. If they approach you, hand them something. It's withholding it and saying, say trick-or-treat. That child might be nonverbal and that might not be possible for them.
That is amazing that you're sharing this because, again, this is something that maybe is not in our own worlds, and so now we can be aware of it. And you know, I love the idea of this. So if we're, you know, hoping to learn a little bit more and be a little bit more prepared this Halloween, where do you think we can go for those resources and information?
So really, I think that just kind of understanding what autism is huge. And if you researched a little bit just to understand more about autism or talk to somebody who's got a family member with autism, that's a huge way to just prepare and kind of open the door. So the CDC website has a ton of information on autism, and the fact that it affects 1 in 36 children right now. That's just a huge number, and it's growing by the day. And so other than that, Blue Sprig Autism is our website, and we offer a lot of resources too. And so we are a local resource that families can reach out to if they have any additional questions.
That's amazing. You're amazing. Your whole team. Thank you so much for what you do year round and especially during the Halloween season. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Very good. All right. Well, Brianna, you got to tell us what's going on with weather because trick-or-treating season is coming up and we're looking forward to going and getting candy.
Oh yes, definitely. And conditions could potentially be on the nicer side, but they are going to be a little bit warmer because we are going to see those temperatures be in the low to mid 90s these next couple of days. So right now this morning our winds are starting to shift out from the west as opposed to the south-southeast like yesterday.